What's going on, guys? This is me Ron and welcome to the new video tutorial. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a complete forget password system in C#.NET. So let's do it. First of all, open Visual Studio, go to File, click on New and then click on Project. Select Visual C# and then select Windows Form Application and give the name of your application. And then click OK. Now expand this form a little bit. First of all, we need to create a login form and then we need to add the forget password system. So go to Toolbox and then go to Common Controls and drag and drop some text box over the form. And then one button. This one is for login. And then one label. There goes label. Now change the property of its control. txt user. There goes txt pass. Change the button name to button text to. There goes login. And the label text to forgot password. You can also drag and drop some label and change the label text to here goes username and then here goes password. Now arrange this forgot password. Now here you can add some property. So go to font and you can underline this forgot password to true. And then again, when the user moves their mouse over forgot password, you can also change the pointer type. So here you may find the cursor and change the cursors to hand. There you go. Now when user click this forgot password, we need to display new form, another form. So right click over your solution. Right click over your project inside that solution and then click on add and then click Windows form and then give the name of that Windows form as send code and then click add. Now again here we need to drag and drop some controls. So this one is text box and one button and another text box and then another button. Now change the property of its controls. And I will explain why we are using this text box and button in this form. So here goes txt email and here goes txt verify code and change the button text. Here goes send and here goes verify code. Now here the user entered the email address in which they want to receive the code and we write the code inside this clicking event of this send button, and when the user receives that code, they need to provide the code that we sent in their email, and we need to check whether that code the user entered in this text box is matches the code that we sent in their email. If the user entered the code other than we sent in their email, we need to display the error message, and if the user entered the correct code that we sent in their email, we need to display another form, that is reset their password form. So again we need to add another form. So right click over that project, click on add and then click on Windows form and here goes reset password. click add. And again, in this form, we are going to drag and drop some text box and then one button. So change the property. Here goes txt reset pass. Here goes txt reset pass verify, and then change the button text. Here goes reset. We have completed our designing part. Now we need to create one database in SQL Server. So open up SQL Server and right click over database, click on new database and give the name of the database like forget password, and then click OK. Now expand that database directory and find the database that you recently created, forget password, and again expand that forgot password. Right click over table and click on table. Now here goes the column name, username, and data type is varchar, and in the column name is password. Data type is varchar, and then click or press Ctrl+S from your keyboard and give the table name, and then click OK. Now we need to add some value in this table, so expand that table. Again, right click over that recently created table and click on edit top 20 rows. Now we need to provide some username and password over here, like and password, and simply close this. Now go back to Visual Studio. We need to connect this application with the database. So click that Server Explorer, right click over Data Connection, click on Add Connection, and change the data source to SQL Server and enter your server name. Here goes. Or you can simply click this drop down icon and select your database, and then click OK. Possible we need to go to form1.cs, and when the user click this forgot password, we need to display this send code form. So double click that forgot password. Now here goes send code sc is equal to new send code this dot hide. We need to hide this form and we need to display another form, that is send code form dot show. Here when the user click this forgot password label, this form will be closed and this form will be displayed. Here the user enter the username or the email that they registered to this application as a username, and we are going to send the code to this email. So double click that send button and we are going to write some code inside that clicking event of this send button. So we need to use some namespace over here using system.net, using system.net.mail. Now here inside the class we are going to define some global variable like string, random code, and another one public static string and 2. I will explain why I use this public and static keyword here to define a variable. Now inside the clicking event of this button, I'm going to define some local variable string from pass and message body. Now we are going to generate some random number. In C# there are two types of random number. One is pseudo random number and another one is check random number, but we are going to use a pseudo random number, so we need to use the random class. Random rand is equal to new random, and we are going to store the generated random number in this random code variable. So here goes random code is equal to rand dot next, and the bound is 999999, means we are going to generate the random number from 0 to 999999, and we need to convert this random number to string, so to string. Here in C#.NET we have one class which allows us to send the email to the user, so we are going to use that class. So mail message is equal to new mail message. Now we need to take the user input that they enter in this text box. So the name of this text box is txt email. So to is equal to txt email dot text, and we need to convert this user input value to the string, so dot to string. Now we need to specify the email from which we are going to send the email to the user. So from, oh, here I give the variable name, wrong variable name, so from, because from is equal to cs email sender is gmail.com, and the password is equal to, I created this email address for this purpose, so tsn test 123. This is the password of this email, and the message body is equal to your reset code is the random number, that is random code. Now we need to pass all the parameter to the mail message classes through its object, that is message dot true dot add, here goes to, that is the email that the user provided to us, in which we are going to send the code. Message dot from is equal to new mail address, that is from, and then message dot body is equal to message body, and then message dot subject is equal to password resetting code. Now we are going to send the email through the SMTP client, that is Simple Mail Transfer Protocol client. So SMTP client, SMTP is equal to new SMTP client, and we are going to use the Gmail to send the message. So smtp.gmail.com. Now SMTP dot enable SSL is equal to true. Now SMTP dot port is equal to 587. Generally 587 port is used to send the email. Now SMTP dot delivery method is equal to SMTP delivery method dot network. We are going to send the email through network. Now SMTP dot credentials is equal to new network credentials and we need to pass the parameter, that is the email address from which we are going to send the message or mail, and the password of that email. So here goes pass. Now we are going to use to try and catch exception handling over here. SMTP dot send, here goes message, that is the object of mail message class, and we need to display the message to the user. So message box dot show code sent successfully. Catch exception, exception EX, message box dot show EX dot message. Now this piece of source code will send the code to the user email. Now go back to the design of that form, and here user enter that code, and we need to verify that code whether the user entered the code that we sent in their email or other. So double click that verify button. Now here we need to check if random code is equal to the name of this text box. What is the name of this text box? Let me show you. txt barcode, txt barcode dot text, we need to convert this to the string. So dot to string, what we need to do, we need to pass the user entered email to the another form. So to is equal to txt email dot text. We need to pass the user entered email to this reset password form, because we are going to update their password by considering their email. So we need to pass that email to this another form. So that's why we are going to use this public static string keyword in order to define these two variables. Public means this variable can be used anywhere in this project. Static means this variable is the class variable, not the instance variable. So here, if the user enter code is matched with the code that we send in their email, what we need to do is we need to display this reset password form. So reset password rp is equal to new reset password, this dot hide, and rp dot show. And if the user enter code is not matched with the code that is sent in their email, so what we need to do is else message box dot show wrong code. Now when the user enter the correct code, this form will be closed and this reset password form will be displayed. Now here user enter the new password, and here verify the new password, and when the user click this reset button, the password need to be updated to the newer one. So double click that reset button, and here we are going to use some namespace. So using SystemData, using SystemData.SQL client. Now inside the class, let me define one variable username which store the value that we send from send code class, that is two variables. So send code dot to. Now go back to clicking event of that reset button, And what we are going to do is we are going to check if txt reset pass dot text is equal to txt reset pass verify dot text. If the user enters the same value in these two text box, we need to update their password. So here SQL connection con is equal to new SQL connection and simply pass the connection string. So select your data source from the property, copy that connection string and paste inside the class. And here goes SQL command cmd is equal to new SQL command, and here we are going to write the SQL query. So go back to SQL Server, right click over your table, click on scripted table as, and then click on update to new query. Simply copy that SQL query, go back to Visual Studio, paste that query. Now we only need to update the password, not the username. So you can delete this username section and move this all text in the single line. Now here we need to pass the password. So two single quotes, inside two single quotes, two double quotes, inside two double quotes, two plus sign, and here goes txt reset pass verify dot text. And where we need to pass the condition. So where user name is equal to single quotes, inside two single quotes, two double quotes, two plus sign, and here goes username and connection. Now we need to open this connection. So connection dot open, and then we need to execute the query. So cmd dot execute non-query. Now we need to close this connection, connection dot close, and finally we need to display the message to the user. So message box dot show, here goes reset successfully. If the user enter value in these two text box are not exactly same, what we need to do is we need to display the message to the user saying that else message box dot show the new password do not match, so enter same password. So that's all. Now go back to form1.cs, right click and go to view designer. Now when the user select that login button, we need to log in to the application. So double click that login button, and here we are going to use some namespace. So using system.data, using systemdata.sql client. Now go to the clicking event of that login button, SQL connection con is equal to new SQL connection. Simply select your data source, copy the connection string and paste that connection string. Here SQL Data Adapter, we are going to use SQL Data Adapter, which acts as a bridge between the data set and the SQL Server. So SDA is equal to new SQL Data Adapter. Now we are going to write the query. So select all from the table name, that is forgot. So let me see the table name, forgot password. where select a string from table name where username is equal to single quotes, inside to single quotes to double quotes to plus sign. Here goes txt user dot text and password is equal to similar process. Here goes txt pass dot text in the connection. Now we are going to use another class, that is data table. dt is equal to new data table. Now we are going to fill that data adapter, SQL data adapter with the dt. So sda dot fill, there goes dt. Now we need to check if dt dot rows dot count is greater than 0, means if the user enter username and password matches the database username and password, we need to display the message to the user. So message box dot show, here goes login SUCCSSFULL successfully, otherwise else message box dot show error. So that's all. Save it. Now run it. Before running this application, you need to do one more thing. So go to your Gmail account setting and then go to security. Now you need to enable less secure F2 on, so you can send the code to that email. So click that forgot password. Here provide the email in which we need to send the code. So and then click send. Message to display code sent successfully. Code sent successfully. Now let's check whether that code is received in that email inbox or not. There you go. There is one code received in that email. So open that email. Simply copy that code. Go back to the application and paste it. And let me show you, if I enter wrong code, the message should display wrong code. Now let me enter the correct code and then click verify code. That reset password form is opened. Now first of all, let me show you the exact password. So edit top 20 rows. There goes the password TS, and now we are going to update that password. And then click reset. Message should display reset successfully. Now let's check whether this password that is wrong is stored in that database or not. So let me go to SQL Server, right click, edit top 20 rows. First of all, let me close it. Edit top 20 rows. There you go. The password is updated from TSN to run. Now here, after resetting this password, what we need to do is we need to do one more thing here. We need to place one button. After clicking that button, user need to go back to the login form and log into this application. So let me stop it and go to reset password dot cs, right click, go to design, and here I'm going to place one button over here, and the button text is login. Now double click that login button And what we are going to do is we are going to transfer the user to the login form. So form1 f is equal to new form1 this dot hide f dot show. And again run this application. Click that forgot password, enter the email, and then click send. Code will be sent to the email. So let's check the email. Code sent successfully. Now let's check the email. Another code should be received. Simply copy that code, go back to application, paste that code, click on verify, and then we already updated password, so click that login from display. Now enter the username csemail@gmail.com and the password is Ron, and then click login. Message should display login successfully. So that's it in this video tutorial, guys. If you like this video, share this video with your friends so that they can know about this useful tutorial. Give thumbs up, which really motivates us to make such programming video, and stay connected with this channel. In order to stay connected with this channel, you need to subscribe this channel, and don't forget to press that bell icon, because when I upload a new tutorial, you will get the notification. And thank you once again for watching this video. Have a good day. Bye bye.